most important, important, and I'm going to say it one more time, important rule to learn. Don't give up. Don't give up in trading, guys. Don't give up on your venture to want to start trading. Hey, guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Future Trading with Mike. Stay tuned and stay watching this video, guys. I have good information. This is an informative video that covers basically even if you're a beginner trader right now and you're looking to learn how to trade and get some pointers, some tips, watch this video to the end, guys, because this is an information based or packed video centered around basically five, and I say five, guys, five scalping rules that you must learn to become a profitable futures trader. Okay, so I'm a futures trader, and but it doesn't matter which market you trade. It doesn't even matter. Primarily, I trade the E-mini S&P 500. Those that follow the channel and watch me live trading every single day, you see me trading the E-mini S&P 500. You could be a forex trader, you could be an option trader. It doesn't matter. But this particular title of this video is that it's going to be five scalping rules that you must learn. To become a highly profitable, successful futures trader. Okay. So without further ado, let's get started. You guys always see my charts up here. I have the three charts up here that I primarily use, guys. So let's go ahead and get into this video. So in order to start your trading venture, to begin as a beginner, starting to learn how to trade, okay, what do you need to know? Okay, there's five rules to me. I mean, you probably have other people that would say there's more, but there's five basic rules to me, because this is the journey where I started at, and things that I found in my research, 8-9 years ago, and probably about almost 9 years ago, to where I spent so many hours, looking through videos, which I'm sure most of you guys are doing on a daily basis, trying to figure out. You're saying, hey, I want to take another venture. I want to get into something now, especially with everything going on in the world today. A lot of people are shifting over to wanting to start a different career. And in this video here, if you're actually in the process of learning how to trade and take that new step to become a day trader, and you can become very successful in doing so. I always say in my videos, guys, what's the number one rule I always say that you must, or number one thing I always say you must learn? Price action. I'm a pure price action based trader. Okay, you see me in my videos say the same thing over and over and over and over again. Okay, price action, price action, price action. It is so imperative. It's so important that you learn price action, because without it, how can you truly trade? I mean, I'm not saying you won't be successful trading around someone's so-called strategy, green light, red light strategy using indicators. I don't use indicators, guys. I mean, on my chart here, you see the only thing I really have on there is the volume profile. And volume is extremely important. So that's the only thing I don't use it to actually trade from, as far as, enter into a trade. I use it as what I call a tertiary tool to kind of guide me if once I mark my levels, then I'm looking for an area. So you always hear me say, buy the dips, buy the lows, sell the highs, that type thing. And you probably hear other people on in video say the same thing. So it's just a matter of figuring out where that level is and where's the volume at. That's the key thing. Okay, so let's move on and start with number one. The number one rule that I must say is master your own psyche. Okay, master your own psyche. You are your own enemy in a sense. You're the one that's standing in your own way when you want to start trading. Okay, most people, they overthink things. That's primarily one of the biggest things. But your mind, your psyche, the fear, the greed, the control is something that you have to get over, guys. That's the number one thing. We all suffer from that. We all suffer from some sort of psychological or mental, thing, that's a barrier that stands in our way. And that could be fear, that could be greed, that could be, over trading. It could be a number of different things, but it all starts with the mind, guys. You got to be able to control your psyche. You got to be able to master your own psyche, okay? And I always talk about discipline and patience. Those two things come together, guys, and that's important in trading. Don't ever give up. That's another thing, and most of you guys know that. If you're working and you went from, you have a career, that you started or been in a career for 10, 20 years, it doesn't matter, guys, or you're starting a new job, whatever the case is, we all know it's a learning curve, a learning process, and inside of you is that deep inner part of you that says, don't give up. Don't give up in trading, guys. Don't give up on your venture to want to start trading, because it can be very, very rewarding. Those that follow my channel, you see it. You see it. You see it. You see that I am a very profitable trader, where I, you know, trade each day and I'm able to make a profit. And that's my full-time thing that I do. I day trade for a living. You can do the same exact thing. You may say, hey, I don't want a full-time trader. I may want to become a part-time trader and keep my job. Whatever it is. If you're in, the business as of right now, trying to learn how to trade, then, don't give up. Keep striving, okay? Most people always tell you, hey, even the biggest, some of the biggest traders in the world, they'll tell you, hey, I allow my greed, allow my fear to step in the way, and it caused me to lose a lot of money. Some people lost some hefty amount of money, but also lost big major bucks in the market. Greed, and fear kind of goes along with greed, because if you see a trade set up and you say, well, I should have took a trade here, don't be scared to take that trade. You just got to do your homework to know where you should be taking that trade from, and that's marking clear, good, identified levels, which you must understand and learn, okay? That's the thing. So don't give up. Master your psyche, because your mind is what's going to stand in your way of entering the market, when to exit the market, or even stand in your way, if you start losing money, you'll say, well, I'm done with this stuff. I'm giving up. That's your choice you have to make, but I suffered from that too from the beginning, and I didn't give up. I kept pushing, because I'm a person that always feels as if, and I'm sure other people out there feel the same way. If somebody else can do it, then I can do it too. So don't allow that psychological thing to railroad you and cause you to give up, guys. So that's the number one thing that I want to talk about, is mastering your own psyche. Do not give up on that path, that passion that you something that put that fire inside of you. Don't give up, okay? Number two, never go for the full gusto, okay? This is where a lot of people make the mistake at, okay? A lot of people make a mistake right here, going for the full gusto. What am I talking about? I'm talking about blowing your account, okay? Don't ever do it. It doesn't matter how much money you have. If you're very successful and you already have money, or whatever the case is, you've come into money and you say, I'm going to get rich, I'm going to get into the market, and I'm going to invest, and I'm going to become a day trader. Guess what? You got to learn how to trade first to become a trader. There's different levels of trading. There's a beginner, intermediate, experienced, advanced level trading. So you have to be able to start from somewhere and jumping in. You say, I got $50,000, I'm going to throw in my account and I'm going to start trading. You're probably going to lose a big chunk of that, if not all of it, okay? Because it takes time. Just like anything else, you've got to be able to research what you're doing and know how to do it to become successful. And that's the thing, guys. Do not ever go for the full gusto. I'm not saying I put the $50,000 in your account, that 10, that 5, whatever the case is, but start small when you start trading. That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm talking about here is trade with small lots. Do not trade with, large size lots, When I first started trading, I didn't have a lot, but I wanted to start to make some money. And there's two things here, is you can trade bigger tick size instruments like the ES, which, I didn't start here. I kind of, I started with some other future markets where the tick value wasn't as high. The ES carries one of the higher tick value, it's one of the higher tick value instruments. It's $12.50 a tick, which some people say, wow, that's very rewarding. It can definitely be so, but you got to be able, you got to be able to master it, because every market it has its own personality in a sense, and you got to know how to trade it. But price action is the key. I keep saying that. It's definitely the key. But start with a small account. Small account, meaning lot size, trade on one lot. I would start off definitely with one lot and kind of feel my way through it, guys. And then eventually, once you grasp it and become, get into that beginner mode, and you're profitable, you're making money every single day, then you can move forward with trading maybe another contract, 2 contracts, whatever the case may be. But don't go in and just throw all your eggs in the basket and say, boom, I'm dropping $10,000 in my account and I'm going to start trading 5 contracts, 6 contracts, 7 contracts, 8 contracts, 9 contracts, 10 contracts. Don't do that, because you will bust your account real quick, and then you're going to call it. That's where the psychological piece steps in. You're going to say, I'm done. I'm not losing no more money. So if you got money to trade with, then start small, because if you lose a little bit, you're not going to feel as bad. You can get back into the game. Understand that? So do that, okay? So right now, guys, if you like the information that I have to share, I've already went over two rules that you need to know Please, guys, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Hit that thumbs up button for me. And also, feel free to leave a comment as well. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Guys, please do that because, if you go back and watch my videos, you'll see that I live trade every single day. And there are people who email me every single day and they say, wow, you really know what you're doing? Yeah, because it took time and I got there and I trade and I make money every single day. And you can do the same thing. Just take the time to do so. All right, moving on. Number 3. Okay, the number three rule. Have a good. Excuse me. Before we move on there, let's let's talk a little bit more about never go for the full gusto. Let's stop there because I don't want to see nobody lose a bunch of money trying to begin and learn how to trade, guys. So I'm just going to say this: learn price action. Price action, man. Price action, ladies and gentlemen. Learn it. I keep saying that because if you do, that's the only thing you're going to need to do. Just that one simple thing. Learn price action. Trading is not as complicated as you think it is. Okay, it's not, guys. A lot of people, I hear people every single day, they ask me, well, how are you so successful? For one, it took time. For 2, patience. For 3, it's just a matter of learning price action because once you learn price action, you're able to see things in your chart a lot clearer. Okay, so moving on. Let's go. Move on. Number 3, have a good trading strategy. Okay, that's where price action kind of comes into play. Everybody has their own strategy and how they trade. Me, I only see one strategy, and that's, to me, I'm a pullback trader. So, when price, I look for a level, on my chart. Let's look at one, just for instance. We'll pull over here and look at a level. Look at some levels on my chart that I have marked. Let's take, some of this away here, and I'm gonna show you a level. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see. All right, we'll look at a level. Boom. Okay. Right here. We have a high right here, right? That was from August the 25th, right? So the high was at 44.98, okay? All right, so price made a high here. What did it do after it made its high here? It started stair-stepping down, making lower highs and lower lows, right? But we all know at some point the market's going to turn around. The market's been bullish, and it wants to, if you're trading the indices are primarily bullish markets, or instruments. So not to say they won't sell off, but you see what it did here after that high there, it pushed down, turned back around, and what did it do? It pivoted, turned around, and started pushing higher. So we have this swing to the upside, right? So what are we looking for? Me, as a price action pullback trader, pullback trading, okay? That's not strategy, that's how I trade. I look for a level to where price could actually pull back to. Well, I saw this high sitting out here, okay? All right, so my level is, I'm looking for price to come back to around this area right here, okay? We have a swing right here, okay? We have a swing right here to the upside. Here's the high. Price pushes up, pulls back to the swing high area, okay? And you got to be able to pinpoint where that actual level is going to be. But here's the level right here, okay? This is the level, okay? All right? 2 things. I know here's clearly a good identified level. Number 2, volume is very important, okay? Because you must be able to look in the past to see where volume is accumulated. Because even like price making its structure, looking at the market structure, the painting, okay, the ebbs and flows. I use volume profile. Don't use it to just take a trade from. I use it to kind of like just look to give me a picture representation of where where volume sits at. Where volume is being accumulated at. When I at the market my level, I say, okay, price is broken higher. Here's a high here. It's taking out this high right here on its way up. It's pulled back to a level that I see, and then I look to the right and I say, okay, look, there's some volume sitting here, okay? So something must have taken place here. Of course there was some selling right here, but also there was some buying right here, okay? This is where buyers have stepped into the market. So when price pulls back to this area, I'm looking for failure and rejection. I'm a price action pullback trader that looks for the failure and rejection, okay? So when price drop below by the dips, by the lows, when price comes to the low, this high volume area, I'm looking for failure and rejection. And when it failed, and I saw that, I took the long entry trade. That's how you do it. It's simple as that, guys. It's as simple as that. So have a good trading strategy is all I'm saying. All right, let's move on. Number 4, understand price action. Well, I've already said that. You got to be able to understand price action. Price action is a lesson in itself. It's the golden number 1 rule, the holy grail of trading is understanding price action. What is price action? Price action is no more than the price, is the movements of price over time. Historically, present tense and future tense. You've got to be able to read what happened in the past to understand what's going to happen in the future, okay? So price action, to me, is just the formation of the market as price is moving and swings are being created. That's all it is. If you understand price action, you'll be able to clearly identify levels to trade from, and that's it. That's it. That's the golden rule. That's the number one thing. Understand price action. I will say that in every single one of my videos because it is the most important, and I'm going to say it one more time, important rule to learn. Price action. Got it? All right. Let's move on to number 5, guys, and we're going to end it off right here. This is manage your risk to maximize your what? Your what? Your what? Manage your risk to maximize your rewards, your profits. Okay, that's the way to build your account. Starting off with a small account, you got to be able to manage your risk. Got to be able to manage your risk. That means clearly identifying great levels to trade from. 2 things, like I said, looking for the levels. Okay, well, like I said, you saw a high here. Well, okay, price when the price is going to break it, it's going to come back to that area. Okay, because this was where a lot of selling took place, okay? The market, boom, started selling off, right? So at some point, what's going to happen? Buyers are going to step into the game and want to push that market higher, right? And when the moment they break through this area here, well, you can say, well, that's a major accomplishment. They broke through a high. So there must be buying accumulated, lots of it to take place to take out this high, right? So it was right here, boom. And you look over at the volume profile, say for instance, if you use volume profile, and you see accumulation of volume here. So, it's common sense. You look at it and say, man, there's a lot of buying right here. Okay? There's a lot of buying that took place right here. Even if I was to show you this right here, I'll show you this, okay? I'm going to draw what's called a micro range profile. And I'm going to do it in this little area right here where the swing's at, okay? All right? Now, what do you see? What do you clearly see? Okay? Let's see. What do you see? A lot of volume sitting right here at the same kind of general area right here, right? All right. Let me move it up. Just give me 1 second. It's not wanting to work. Okay, here it goes. All right. So, okay. So, let's look at this, okay? And buying. A lot of buying took place, okay? Price takes that high I've been talking about right here, right? On its way up. Buying. I have clearly identified the buying because of all this volume right here. And all I got to do is sit back and wait for price to pull back to that area. And then at that point right there, I'm looking for the rejection. I'm looking for the failure. I'm in the market. I'm in the market. It's as simple as that. So you got to be able to manage your risk, meaning that how do you manage your risk? You manage your risk by clearly identifying the levels to trade from, for one, to get into a good solid trade, and to understand and know where to get out once you've entered that trade. So if price starts to go against me once I enter that trade, of course, you have a stop loss, either mentally or you put it on your chart, whatever the case is. But how I identify my stop loss. If I'm into a trade, okay, I'm always first trying to look for what's called a W structure. That's what the market pulls. It retraces back, pulls up, pulls back again, and the moment that it pushes to the upside and takes out, so basically it's a W. Pull down, push up, pull down, and then takes that little high right out, right at the top of that, that area, the top of that swing right there. I'm in the market. So when it paints that W structure, okay. So I'm gonna show a little W structure here. This is a higher time frame. So let's see. Okay, you can see right here, the same area, guys. All right, price pulls back, green candle pushes up, red candle pushes down, and the moment price pushes higher, and closes above, I'm in the market. Now, what you want to do is, this is my 12 range chart, so it's a higher time frame chart. I use my 4 range chart to see that W formation at a clearly identified level, and then I take my trade once I see that, because it gets me to the trade a lot sooner. If I take that trade off my 12 range chart, I've got to the trade way too late. Okay, so manage your risk. Knowing where to enter the trade, knowing where to get out of the trade. Okay, to be able to maximize your profits, maximize your rewards. Of course, at the end of the day, you may have a losing trade, but you want to be able to make money, not lose money every single day. That is the the game. That is what you're trying to do to succeed at, is to make money every single day. Okay, so guys, those are 5 rules, 5 things that you must know. must know, okay, in order to become a profitable futures trader, guys. I'm going to leave it like that. So go ahead, guys. If you like the video, please make sure to leave me a thumbs up. Hit that, smash that, whatever, however, just hit it. Hit that thumbs up button for me. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And go back and look at some of my other videos, guys. Because, hey, you're going to find a lot of good information, guys. If you follow me every single day, I primarily try to trade and post my live trading sessions every single day. And that's all I have for you in this video, guys, today. And so I hope you found it educational, informational. If so, do what you need to do. Please like it. Please share it. Please subscribe. Guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have a great weekend.